Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jared. Thank y'all for coming on another adventure here at Turkey Ridge. I'm walking to the shed right now. It's a little dark outside. I don't know how well y'all can see me, but it's middle of hunting season. Today is December 1st, and we are literally halfway through hunting season right now. We have all of December and all of January left for hunting season, and we finally have our first harvest of the year. This is awesome. This is fantastic. We don't really go too hard during bow season. Bow season is the first month and a half. And the season really picks up for rifle season right at the beginning of, halfway through November, right before Thanksgiving. So we have, like I said, our first harvest of the year. We're gonna weigh this deer up. I'm not gonna show her too much on camera because I do know how YouTube works. They don't like to see this kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and let's get skinning. I'm gonna let you know how much it weighed after we done. And let's see what else we could do for the rest of the week while we're up here, because we're up here for a few days and hopefully this isn't gonna be the only harvest we have while we're here. So let's see what else we can get ourselves into. Looks like a little over 80 pounds, 82 pounds maybe.
Tender meat for the freezer.
Not too bad, not too bad. That's slightly on the lower end for us. Normally it's around 100 pounds is about average for us, but a doe's a doe, so we're happy. And we're on the board.
There we go.
There we
they wanted
go.
to fall when somebody hit the...
All right, and check that out, guys. Look, we got our hit list board up for this year, man. Check this out. This is awesome. So they got a bit of a glare. I'm sorry, but let me see if there's an angle that I can get. There we go. That's a little bit better. See if there's an angle that I could go down the list here and show y'all all the names of the hit list deer we got. These three at the bottom right here don't have a name, but they're, you know, at least an 8-point. I just feel like these are a little bit younger, but yep, this is our lineup for this year. So hopefully we'll get one or multiple. Hopefully we'll get multiple of these on the ground. So, all right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's actually been a week since I recorded that last little bit. We're up here. We went home and then now we're up here again at the camp, and we didn't really have that much excitement last time we was here. My buddy Nick shot a doe. Y'all saw that in the last clip, but he wound up shooting another one. But I was busy at the time and I didn't help him clean it. So I didn't get any footage of it, but he wound up shooting 2 does. So my buddy Nick is on the board with 2 does, and that is all that has been shot so far this season. And I don't know, the weather just isn't quite right. The deer aren't quite moving for us like they normally are, but I expect that to kind of pick up again. But like I said, this is another trip. We're up here again. And since last trip, I wanted to show the board up here again. We got four new deer that I put on the board from last trip now that are new. Shucks, guys, my battery died in the GoPro. But what I was saying was, now that we got a new battery, we got 4 new deer. This one right here is a 9-point who's got like a little flyer on his G2 right here. You can see it right here in this picture too. So this is a nice nifty little 9-point right here. We got this deer that I called Batman because all we got is pictures of him at night, but I mean all we got is pictures of this 9-point at night too. So I don't know if Batman's gonna stick or not, but he's a cool little 8-point. He's got a bigger brow tine on his right side than the other, and his left side looks a little smaller, but we got a picture of him in velvet, and we got a picture of him hard-horned right here. We got this really symmetrical looking 8-point right here that I just called Slick 8. He's really wide, he's outside the ears, you can tell, and he's pretty tall, and he's got a pretty good sized belly on him. He's a good sized deer. And then last but not least, we got this Hightower right here that we call really tall looking 8-point. This deer looks really awesome. Really nice and tall. Long tines. Let me see if y'all can see him good without a glare. Really good looking deer. So that makes 15 on the board that I have named this year. I mean, I know this G2 Flyer 9 right here doesn't really have a name, and Slick 8 isn't really the best name neither, but that's 15 deer on the property that I have named. I would say that Onyx up here and Scabbers right here are two of the smaller ones. I think that they're probably only 2 years old, but they got some impressive looking horns, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody winds up shooting them on the property, because I mean they do look pretty nice. But hopefully this year is going to be a good year for us.
Do y'all ever have this problem where you'll drop your hat on the ground, or your glove, or cell phone, or I don't know, something? Oh well, I'll grab it after the hunt.
Well, hey guys, how's it going? I'm back home. It's been a while since y'all seen those first couple clips there of my buddy Nick shooting a doe. We've shot 4 does since that clip, but we haven't really had the best hunting season so far this year. Between the weather not being the best for hunting, limited trips to the camp, and sickness, our family kind of got COVID through Thanksgiving, and then the flu ran through us through Christmas. So, and those are our 2 biggest times to hunt. So unfortunately, we're just not having the best season so far this year. That's why I don't have that much content to show y'all. That's why I don't have, that many videos out right now. During hunting season, whenever we go up to the camp, we go up to hunt. We don't necessarily go up to have projects and improve the property, work on fields, do this, do that kind of thing. So we dedicate our time for hunting, and I just don't have anything really to show for it right now. I have a couple clips of while I was hunting of a couple deer that I've seen. I seen a nice little 4-point or 6-point, something like that. I don't even remember. And then I had a really good hunt. I finally had a really good hunt. But it didn't quite turn out the way we would all hope, right? So that's unfortunate. That stinks. This is the second time that we've had a hit lister show up in front of somebody. My dad had an opportunity. I had that opportunity, and then my buddy Nick actually had an opportunity during bow season. He put an arrow into Smithy. That was a 5.5-year-old deer, and we didn't show up with the deer. So we actually should have, 3 bucks to show for this season. We just made our own mistakes. My dad, his deer came out on a trail, and by the time he got the gun up and saw that it was a nice deer, the deer had turned and went into the woods, and he didn't get an opportunity to shoot the deer. But as far for me, I think this buck right here that I missed my opportunity on, I think this is a deer that we call Hightower. He's a relatively new deer to the property right now. He just kind of started showing up within the past month or so, and so he's kind of new to the board, to the hit list. A lot of things went wrong for me this hunt. I could kind of unpack it for y'all real quick a little bit. It was 9 o'clock in the morning, and the sun was shining through the window on me in the blind, so it wasn't dark in the blind for me. I had the sun coming through the window, so I might wind up putting a curtain on my right side in that stand for the future. Other thing is that stand is on a small field. If you look closely, the deer's coming through some really thick stuff. It's a lot of branches, and that field needs improvement. Since my grandpa bought the property in 2008, we haven't done a single thing to that field. So that field is one of the ones that is going to be on our project list to improve. He wasn't even on the field yet, and he was 50 yards from me. It was quiet that morning. There was no wind, and he heard me. I'm going to play the video again one more time. Listen very carefully. When he stops, you could hear some clattering, click, whatever. Yeah, y'all heard that? So he heard me. He saw me. I moved too fast. I had a different tripod set up for my camera. As soon as I saw the deer coming, well, let me back up a little bit. So it was 9 o'clock in the morning. It was after 9 o'clock in the morning, and my dad and them were coming out, and my dad and them were coming to pick me up. I could hear the buggy and I could hear them talking. So I said, okay, let me start packing my stuff up. Well, at that same time, I look up and I see a deer coming, you know, in the woods towards me. So I hurried up. My first instinct now that I'm filming my hunts is to turn the camera on. I turned my camera on, and I'm trying to find the deer in that little bitty screen. I finally find the deer in that screen, and when I see him in the screen, I see he has horns in the screen. So that I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a big buck. If I could see him in the screen with horns, it's got to be a big buck. So at that same time, I hurry up and I grab my gun and I start to put it out the window, and the tripod, I don't know if my foot hit the tripod, something hit the tripod, the sling of the gun hit the tripod, or the windowsill, or the gun stock, or I don't know what made the noise. But I obviously I'm used to sitting in a tree stand where I am exposed to the elements completely when I'm hunting. And because we cut trees on our property this year, my number one stand that I like to hunt on got cut down. So I had to change hunting strategies this year, and I think that I got too comfortable in a box blind in a shooting house. So that's unfortunate. I moved too fast. I tried to get away with too much. Different camera setup that I'm used to, and I got complacent, didn't get the opportunity at the deer, and weather conditions weren't perfect. Sun, small field, complacent. There's a lot of things to unpack and learn from this hunt. So I will just have more opportunities in the future. We can learn from them, and hopefully we'll be more successful in the future. But guys, I really don't have that much else to show y'all. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. We do have a lot of projects to do. That 80 acres, we have big plans for that they cut the trees on. So after hunting season, we will be starting up with those projects and trying to do what we can with that 80 acres before it's too late with the amount of time that we got. We still got the rest of January left to hunt, so I do know we will be going up a few more weekends to the camp to try to capitalize on the deer this year, but as of right now, we have 4 does, and that's it. Before I wrap this video up, guys, I just want to go ahead and thank y'all. This has been 1 year since I've had this YouTube channel. I have 148 subscribers right now, which is fantastic. When I first started this YouTube channel last year, I said if I can get 100 subscribers in 1 year, that'd be pretty cool. And we obviously surpassed that. So, and I couldn't have done that without y'all. So I just wanted to show my appreciation and say thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for liking. And continue doing that. That'd be fantastic. My goal for this next year is to hopefully double that. So let's see if we can get to up to 300 subscribers by next year. I think that's a very doable goal. I know I don't put out the best content, but I still appreciate everything that y'all do. So I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And let's look forward to the future hunts we got, because we still got the rest of January to go hunting. And I'll see what we can do in the future and look forward to the plans that we got. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Jared. Thanks for coming on another adventure at Turkey Ridge, and I'll catch you guys next time.